Hello. If you have played non-prime CSGO in the recent months, and specifically the Arms Race game mode, you have probably encountered a player named 66 Not. And what is special about this player is that he's got aimbot and wall hacks enabled at all times. And of course I am kidding, that is just the average CSGO player now. I'm not actually here to complain about another cheater, no, this is something more serious. Well, recently I started playing on a new account to unlock the Prime status before the next operation starts, and I started with my favorite game mode, Arms Race, and there of course were a lot of cheaters, so I tried my best to not think much about it when I encountered one. Fast forward a few days, a player name started standing out from the crowd of cheaters, and it was 66 Not. I have realized that I have definitely seen this player a few times in my other matches. I went to the player's profile and I thought it was weird because he had a different name on his Steam profile than in-game. I didn't think much of it back then, until a few games later I realized that he was actually a machine, a bot. I reported that account, of course, as I usually do, and went on about my day. Sometime later, while playing another Arms Race, I saw that there are now 2 players with this name. And I was really confused until I realized that this is actually not just some random bot someone is using, this is a freaking army of bots. Every other game the number of these bots would just keep increasing. So far I know that these bots use aim lock and anti-kick. The second one actually confused me a lot since I've never heard or seen anything like that. When I attempted to kick one of these bots, I realized that their name is not on the kick list, and instead there are 2 of some random players, and when I inspected their profiles more thoroughly, I noticed that these bots actually, once they get in a game of Arms Race, they copy the profile of the actual players, and that kind of prevents you from kicking them somehow. I have searched the internet far and wide about this topic, and I have found absolutely nothing that goes into detail about these bots. I have found a few people complaining about them, but nothing specific. When I asked myself why would someone do something like this, I came up with a simple solution. Drops. It's just drops. They want drops. Just imagine. Somewhere, some ingenious tech guy, instead of building a new app or developing some innovative technology, decides one day to build a CSGO bot and enable this bot on thousands of computers or potentially virtual machines that could run this bot 24/7 and switch between accounts once the 2 weekly drops have been obtained. Let's do some imaginary math here. If this hypothetical person had 100 computers running this software going through 1 Steam account per hour, 24 accounts per day, and 720 accounts per month on each of the computers, that would generate around 144,000 drops monthly, which, if sold at a low price of 3 cents, which turns into 1 cent after tax of course, would add up to a total of 1,440 euros each month. Which is completely crazy even when you take into account the money that it takes to buy the hardware and the electricity needed, together with the possibility to upscale this operation to unimaginable rates. This imaginary person that I'm referencing could potentially be treating this project as a Bitcoin mining farm, and who knows, maybe it's even more profitable than a Bitcoin farm. I believe this problem has been around for at least 8 months, because that is as far as I could find any references mentioning this bot. And I believe Valve should pay a lot more attention to this, because this not only ruins the experience for new players, which in order to obtain a prime have to go through about 100 hours of being violated by cheaters, but also has the potential to ruin the skin economy in CSGO. And believe me, I do not want that. At the end, this bot will probably remain a mystery, unless someone more competent than me gets into this and finds out who's behind it. But until then, this is all I've got to say. Well, if you have watched to this point, I thank you a lot. And if you think more people should see the video, then please drop a like and consider subscribing for future videos. Bye bye.